Saturn appears, at first glance, to be timeless. Its broad rings stretch outward in luminous bands, defining the planet's silhouette and setting it apart from every other world in the solar system. For centuries, these rings have seemed permanent, as though they were an inseparable part of Saturn's identity. They feel ancient, stable, and immune to change. They are none of those things. Saturn's rings are slowly disappearing. They are thinning, fading, and drifting inward, particle by particle. The change is subtle enough to escape casual observation, yet inevitable on cosmic timescales. What looks eternal from Earth is, in reality, temporary. Understanding why the rings are vanishing requires abandoning the idea that they are solid structures. Saturn's rings are not objects in the traditional sense. They are systems, vast collections of individual particles, each following its own orbit, each responding to forces that act continuously and without rest. The rings are composed primarily of water ice, mixed with small amounts of rocky material. Some fragments are no larger than grains of sand. Others are as big as houses or hills. Together, they form a disk so wide it could stretch from Earth to the Moon, yet so thin that its vertical thickness is negligible compared to its diameter. This apparent delicacy is not accidental. The rings occupy a narrow gravitational zone. Too close to Saturn, tidal forces would tear them apart completely. Too far away, gravity would cause the particles to clump together and form moons. The rings exist in between, balanced but not secure. That balance is constantly under pressure. Every particle in the rings is in motion. Orbits are not synchronized. Tiny differences in speed, size, and position create collisions. These collisions are usually gentle, but they are frequent. Each one converts a small amount of orbital energy into heat. That energy is lost to space and cannot be recovered. Over time, this loss matters. As energy drains away, orbits decay. Some particles drift inward towards Saturn. Others are nudged outward. The overall structure slowly loosens, becoming more fragile with each passing million years. Gravity is not the only force at work. Sunlight plays an unexpected role. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun strikes the icy ring particles, knocking electrons loose and electrically charging them. Once charged, these particles no longer obey gravity alone. Saturn possesses one of the most powerful magnetic fields in the solar system. Charged particles within the rings interact with this field, following invisible magnetic pathways. For the smallest particles, electromagnetic forces can outweigh gravity entirely. These particles begin to spiral inward along magnetic field lines, falling directly into Saturn's upper atmosphere. This phenomenon is known as ring-ring. It is slow, invisible to the naked eye, and relentless. Ring material is literally raining onto the planet below. As water ice enters Saturn's atmosphere, it alters its chemical composition. Hydrogen and oxygen accumulate in regions aligned with the rings. These chemical signatures were one of the first clues that the rings were losing mass. The Cassini spacecraft confirmed this process directly. During its final orbits, Cassini passed through the gap between Saturn and its rings, measuring streams of particles flowing downward. The data left no room for doubt. The rings are being drained. Gravity from Saturn's moons accelerates this loss. Some moons act as shepherds, confining ring edges and maintaining gaps. Others introduce disturbances through orbital resonances. When ring particles orbit Saturn in precise ratios with a moon's orbit, energy is exchanged. This energy exchange increases orbital eccentricity. Particles follow slightly elongated paths. Elongated paths increase collision rates. More collisions mean more fragmentation. Fragmentation favors loss. Smaller particles are easier to charge, easier to heat, and easier to remove. As large chunks break apart, the ring population shifts toward vulnerability. Dust becomes more common. Dust does not last. Micrometeoroids compound the problem. Tiny debris from across the solar system constantly bombards the rings. Each impact deposits darker material onto the ice. Over millions of years, this contamination reduces reflectivity. Darker particles absorb more heat. Increased heat alters particle behavior, subtly changing orbital dynamics and accelerating erosion. Brightness, once a sign of youth, becomes a liability. The surprising brightness of Saturn's rings tells an important story. If the rings were billions of years old, they should be far darker by now. Their relative cleanliness suggests they are young, perhaps only a few 100 million years old. This implies that Saturn's rings did not form with the planet. One leading hypothesis suggests they formed when a moon or comet ventured too close to Saturn and was torn apart by tidal forces. The debris spread into orbit, creating a bright, massive ring system that has been slowly decaying ever since. If this is correct, then Saturn's rings are not permanent features. They are episodes. Saturn may have formed rings before. It may form rings again. What we see today may be only the latest iteration in a repeating cycle of destruction and reassembly. Other planets support this idea. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune all have rings, but theirs are faint and sparse. These could be remnants of once larger systems, now in advanced stages of erosion. Saturn's rings stand out not because rings are rare, but because we are observing them during a bright phase. Time is the decisive factor. Measurements suggest the rings are losing mass faster than it can be replaced. No known process replenishes them. At current rates, Saturn's rings could largely disappear within tens to hundreds of millions of years. There will be no dramatic collapse, no sudden vanishing. The rings will simply become thinner, dimmer, and less defined until they fade into near invisibility. Their disappearance will change Saturn itself. The rings cast shadows on the planet's atmosphere, influencing temperature and circulation. As the rings fade, these shadows weaken. Saturn's climate will slowly reorganize. The rings also reflect sunlight back toward the planet, adding energy to its upper atmosphere. As reflectivity declines, Saturn's energy balance shifts. The magnetosphere will change as well. The rings currently absorb and supply charged particles. As they disappear, Saturn's magnetic environment becomes more exposed to solar influence. Auroras may change. Radiation belts may intensify. Even the moons will feel the difference. With less ring mass, gravitational interactions weaken. Over long timescales, orbital resonances may shift. The system will subtly rearrange itself. Saturn without rings will still be Saturn. Its storms, moons, and immense gravity will remain, but its identity will change. Future observers may see a planet that resembles Jupiter more than the Saturn we know. The rings that once defined it will exist only in data, simulations, and historical records. This realization reframes how we think about celestial beauty. The universe does not preserve aesthetics. Beauty emerges briefly, shaped by circumstance, and fades without ceremony. Saturn's rings are beautiful not because they are eternal, but because they are temporary. Their disappearance is not a failure of stability. It is the natural outcome of persistent forces acting without interruption. Gravity, radiation, collisions, and magnetism do not stop. They do not need to. The rings are not being destroyed by a single event. They are being undone by time itself. Grain by grain, orbit by orbit, Saturn is reclaiming what once circled it. The rings are becoming atmosphere, plasma, dust, and memory. And long after the last bright arc has faded from view, their story will remain. Quiet proof that even the most iconic structures in the solar system are only passing arrangements of matter, briefly balanced, and then released back into the flow of the cosmos.